Howdy-ho, my peeps. I have Melania on my mind again today. I said I couldn't read her the other day, and I couldn't, but I've been thinking about her today, and I'm wondering if the cards can connect enough to give me a general idea of what she's going through right now, what her energy's like, and yeah, she's on my mind. So here we go. Okay, let's see here. Melania's main card is this one. And this card is next. Followed by this card. Now, this card wants to be here. But these cards, like I said, they're jumpy. They're not like too slick or anything, but they're, ooh, this one wants to be here. But they do want to jump out of my fingers a lot, much more so than the other decks I've used. So anyhow, let's give this a little look-see, see what's going on with Melania today. This is Melania's main card. This is the Crossroads card. That seems kind of self-explanatory. I can imagine she would be at a crossroads, trying to figure out what she wants to do with the next 2 or 6 years of her life. But we're going to take a look. We're going to drill down a little deeper into this Crossroads card and see what else we might be able to pick up. See, Crossroads is a spade. I should be able to jump through this real quick or have it, memorized, but I don't. Okay. Oh, where is it? Here we go. Okay, so the Crossroads card indicates a dilemma, a choice between multiple options, and it calls for the person to be logical, to rise to this challenge and make the right choice. So there's something active up with Melania she's trying to make a decision about. The Joker is consciousness. The Joker, this is called the Black Joker, actually, is, like I said, the Black Joker is consciousness, but it portends an unpleasant situation. There's a victim somehow in the consciousness, awareness, sensations, and intuitions of Melania. She's connected to an unpleasant situation, to a sense of victimization, whether it's her or someone else. You know, it could be her or someone else. Okay, so yeah, that suggests a lot of these 2 cards alone suggest a lot of difficulty. 5 of Diamonds is the Nature card. I've never drawn the Nature card before. It suggests the collective experience of the physical world, the cycle of life, environment, simple things of life, and being grounded. So while there are challenges and a decision to make, there's a certain groundedness within her. Maybe she's finally making decisions about these issues, and she's feeling good about those decisions. So let's continue on. These are just guesses. I mean, until we see all the cards and really have a chance to pick up what they're saying, this is just sort of the beginnings. Okay, now we have the Three of Hearts. Three of Hearts is the foresight card. Let's drill down into that foresight card. It is the gift of perceiving hidden aspects of the world. It's a mystical strength. It represents cartomancy, and it represents an event in the future. Okay, so we have groundedness, and we have strength, an event in the future, and a gift for perceiving what's coming up against these two difficult cards. Let's look at the last one. The last one is the Six of Diamonds. The Six of Diamonds is the persona card. And the persona card indicates the personality that you project to others, your relationship with society, and the way you appear to others. Okay, so now let's take a look here. She has conflict. She's at a crossroads. She has to make a decision. There is a victim in this. There is, and the situation is unpleasant. Yet we have the nature card here, suggesting, it's also pushing against her, that's suggesting that she's grounded. She can probably trust her decisions, whatever they happen to be in relation to this stuff. Pushing up on her is the clairvoyance or foresight card, and that is a good card. I mean, that suggests that she can rely. She's grounded and feeling fairly calm about what's going on. She can rely on her feelings of, or rather her strength, that comes from within her mystical strength. She can rely on her foresight into what might happen in the future, based on the decisions she makes here at her, where she has her dilemma. And then pressing down on her is the persona card. Now, the way I read the persona card in this particular spread is that the thing that Melania has had to fight against the most since she became First Lady is her own projected personality. To many people, she seems ice cold, uninvolved, mannequin-like, blank, with the dead 50-yard stare kind of thing. Rarely smiles, hasn't jumped into being First Lady the way a lot of First Ladies do. She's done what she's had to do and no more. So she's not, but many people perceive her a little negatively. But my sense, the reason why this is pushing down on her is that it's begging her to open up. She's becoming aware that the way she is perceived by the public is as being a bit of a robot. And my sense of Melania, the more I read her, the more I follow her in the news, the more I think about her, the more I think that what we see of her is probably the diametrical opposition of what she's really like as a friend, a co-worker, neighbor, someone you work with on a committee, whatever. I think she is probably a warm person with a lot of insight. I think she is a dedicated person with a high degree of determination to do things correctly, the way she believes they are to be done. I also sense that there's a bit of the free spirit about her. I sense that she's intuitive. I sense that she's very loving, particularly to kids. So what you see is not what you get with Melania. That's I mean, in general. Of course, there are times you see her, smiling or happy or whatever, but most of the time you don't. So this tough stuff that's happening here, I feel like it's being pushed on by her strengths and personalities cards here. And I think ultimately, whatever happens, however it happens, Melania is going to prevail personally. Regardless of what it looks like to the rest of us, I think she is going to keep her integrity together, do what she has to do, and prevail. And of course, this feels like her husband to me, this crossroads and this unpleasant situation, this sense of victimization. This obviously feels like her husband's influences. But she's a lot tougher cookie than he probably gives her credit for. So we shall see what happens. All right, thanks for hanging out with me on this reading, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.